All right, so my guest today is Brimstone. He's an international entertainer with a career that spans over 3 decades. He's a jack of all trades, basically. We've had him on the show before talking about Hound Comics, and we just want to kind of give our guests kind of a little bit more of what's going on with Brim and the whole Hound Comics and other great projects he's got going on. So hi, Brim.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be back here on the Entertainment Corner. Always pleasure with you. It's been so long.
Yeah, it definitely has been a long time, and we're really, really glad that we could touch base and have you back on.
And I appreciate it. It's an honor and a privilege. Yeah, man, a lot of things going on. We've grown on the Brimstone side. As usual, you know how I work. I'm always go. But on the Hound Comics, Hound Entertainment side, we've grown in leaps and bounds since last we spoke. We're over 40 different creator-owned comics, kids book, web novels, the whole 9 yards. Every other day, I actually have some new launches that just launched, as well as a bunch of new blood that's coming within the next few weeks that I'm signing on. So I'm very excited about that. Some really cool new projects. And, we just keep building. I think last we spoke, I had been did I have the sauce and seasoning line out yet or no?
No, not yet at that time.
Gotcha. Well, now we have a full award-winning line of sauces and seasonings. They're all the Brimstone brand. I also have the Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses brand, because Bumble and I do the sauce line together. He does all the super hots, and I do the sweet. And now I actually just launched my brand new Ultra Hot, which is Necrocide. It is pretty much pure death in a teeny tiny bottle.
Does that come with like a warning label, right?
Kind of, sort of, maybe. We have pretty much, if you see the skulls and everything, the cover with the blood and the sign, I mean, proceed after that, well then, it's on you.
Oh, hey, no, you got to have that legal disclaimer on there, right?
No, it's not. It needs to put that out there. Yes, people feel the need to do it to make it scary. It's just, if somebody's to try it, hey, you're trying it at your own risk. We have it's about 6 million on the Scoville scale. So if chili peppers are about 3,500, and we're at about 6 million, it's pretty darn hot. So if you have a tolerance, you get the flavor. But if not, you're just going to kill yourself. So yeah, so that's what's going on with the sauces and seasonings. We just did a whole rebranding, so all those are brand new. We really wanted to brighten them up and comic the character gracing all of the covers now, all the labels now, which is really cool. So not only did I make, but now I'm my comic form is to all the bottles as well. So I'm very psyched about that. They've been doing an amazing job in terms of sales, and I couldn't be happier. I have this one thing that I'm really excited about. Three Coconut Monkey, who does they do my plush dolls, the Brimstone plush dolls.
Oh, those are cute. I remember seeing you post a picture of one of those.
Aren't they adorable? Yeah, I wish I was that cute.
Well, I think they modeled it after the right character, so don't worry about it.
There you go. Thank you. What do you call it? I was reaching for some compliments. No, but when we sat down not too long ago, probably about 6 months ago, and maybe to a year, and we started discussing the potential of the Brimstone collectible toy. And now it is coming to fruition within the next few weeks. We're going to have some vinyls in stock, collectible. They're also done by Three Coconut Monkey. He does Stan Lee and myself. And let me tell you, I'm very, very psyched about it. I've got some amazing quotes from some from Bumblefoot to DMC from Run DMC, and Nick Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and a couple other friends that you definitely got to check it out. Steve Cardenas from the Power Rangers. So there's a lot of really cool little quotes on there that we're gonna enjoy and get to read. And then you've got 100% pure vinyl on the inside. Pure badass vinyl. So,
well, you mentioned a couple of people that we really know, and I'm guessing you've done a lot of comic cons. Do you want to cover a little bit about that too, where people might be able to see you, like say within the next 2 or 3 months, just to kind of cover off in case fans want to run into you and get your autograph and stuff. Maybe even a plush bear hug.
There you go. Absolutely. The I've got a really, really crazy schedule right now. Looking the year, although some of the upcoming dates that I have July 11th, which is Saturday from 10 to 6. It's an amazing event in Washington, New Jersey. It's called Sci-Fi Fantasy Day, and it is incredible. It is the whole area, the whole township is pretty much doing this big event, and I'll be signing over at Arcana Toys and Games. It's just going to be incredible. I urge people to come out and hang with Old Brim that day. I'm going to have the Hound crew with me. We're going to be doing live feeds. So if you want to be on one of my live feeds, there's going to be an opportunity that day. We're going to have the sauce and seasoning there. You got to get soused up and put a little spice in your life. We've also got another event coming up on Saturday the 18th, which I believe is it's a Saturday the 18th. It's in Mineola, New York. I'm doing MinCon. It's at the Mineola Library, doing something for the kids over there. So if you have a little one and you'd like to come out and see me, you could check out the information on my official website, www.entrancetohell.com. Again, if you have kids, don't worry, I am peace. And other events I have coming up, I've got August 2nd. I'm doing Haunt Fair in New York. I have Taste on the Beach in New York, which is associated with I believe, the Long Beach International Film Festival. I'm also doing LICon, which is on August 14th. September, I'm hitting up the United Ink Tattoo Festival in New York. Then I'm heading out to the Taste of the Town, which is also in New York. That's for the UCP, the United Cerebral Palsy of Nassau County. Then I'm heading out to Vermont for the 19th and the 20th to do Vermont Con, which is going to be an insane event. In October, I'm going to be out in Wisconsin, and then in LA. So I'm doing Titletown Comic and Entertainment Expo in Wisconsin, and Kamikaze LA, and then there's a ton of different things coming after that, from Great Allentown Comic Con in PA to WinterCon, Festival of Trees. There's a ton of different events, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, because like I said, I'm still getting the scheduling all together, because at the beginning of the year we actually opened up our corporate office, and very, very psyched about it. So we've been in here for about 6-7 months now. We got in end of November, beginning of December, and just set it up so we have the corporate office. And then the front of the office is a main road on Long Island in Bethpage, which is a very affluent area, and we have a retail showroom with everything in it is Hound. So it's only Hound products, and it's taken me, the few months to the beginning of the year to really get everything in order, get the right staff in place, and get ourselves ready to go. And now that we're settled in, I can be back on the ball, heading out and doing everything I'm doing, getting ramped up. Oh, I'm sorry, and have an amazing time getting ramped up for the upcoming tour schedule. So. It's a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff.
Wow, maybe the question we should ask you is, when does Brim have time to sleep?
Brim never has time to sleep. Although last night my wife made me go to sleep. She told me, she said, you need to go to sleep now, otherwise you're not going to wake up tomorrow. And,
that's a wise lady, actually.
Yeah, she is. She is a wise lady sometimes. Other times I wanna wring her neck. But, most of the time she's a wise lady.
Isn't that, yeah, well, maybe should we just cut out the bad part and leave in the wise lady part?
She's staring at me from across the office. She's my office manager, so she's giving me dirty looks, and she's throwing the middle finger up at me. That means she's telling me I'm number one. I'm the best husband in the world.
It's an international sign for I love you. Yeah.
It is the international sign for I love you.
There we go. Is there any other things that we can cover for books, or any other games or products that you have coming out that you'd like people to know about before we let you go on your day? Because we know we got another event that you might be heading out to. So.
Yeah, well, I've got the brand new Brimstone candy line is out with an amazing company. Matter of fact, the woman who runs the company, her father is actually the creator of Jelly Belly jelly beans.
Oh, awesome!
So you know that the candy is really, really good. So that right there is one thing that people should know about, and you can either get them through us here at the store, you can get them out while we're out on the road, or you can order them online. If they're not up on the site yet, they will be shortly. I also have the Brimstone fragrance line through Demeter Fragrances, so you can get burned by Brimstone for him and for her. Yes. It is an amazing scent. It's actually, I wanted to do something that was, kind of staying true to, the character and the gimmick. And, what we have is there's a little bit of jalapeno in there. There's a little bit of dragon fruit, and it's a really, really nice aroma, the male and the female. Like a sweeter scent. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, launching very shortly is the Brimstone and the Border Hounds RPG. So anybody who's into role-playing games, you guys like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, we're actually releasing that through Troll Lord Games. They're almost finished putting the tweaks onto it right now, just to get ready for launch. And they've been testing it out, and people are having a blast with it. They're really excited. It's going under the Castles and Crusades brand of Troll Lord Games, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's actually been about a 2-year in the making deal. They had to write everything and put it together, and the book itself is just immense. So people are going to definitely want to check that out.
I got to admit, I'm more of a familiar with Magic the Gathering. So is that kind of like just like a imaginary role-playing game, or is there cards, or like what's involved in that? Do you know?
It's there's just like in a Dungeons and Dragons, if you've never played that, there's like a dungeon master, and then they kind of I guess I'm still learning how to play it myself, but it's kind of like one of those games where you're rolling dice, and you build your own character, and then you kind of battle each other, and kind of go across the lands, and just play within the world of in this case Brimstone and the Border Hounds.
Awesome.
So it's really, really cool. I'm real psyched about it. My goal is to hit up at least a few different RPG where I can sit in and play with some of the fans and learn a little bit about the game, the gameplay, I guess you'd say. I know it's a huge audience, amazing group of people that sit and play these games. So I wanted to make sure to hit that audience, and now we're about to come to life even more so than before with this RPG. So I'm very, very psyched about that. Another thing, if people aren't aware, you can go to walmart.com and you can pick up some of our backpacks made by eSport. They are comic print, and it is awesome sauce. Let me tell you, one of our backpacks has been featured on The Big Bang Theory for the last 2 seasons. It's actually in Raj's apartment, Kutapali's apartment, so it's right on the back of his door. It's amazing. It's always in the an amazing shot whenever they're in his apartment. So that's cool. And our sauce and seasoning is in there too.
Very cool.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I know that they have one of the old Brimstone dolls in there, but I don't know where. They haven't told me, and they refuse to tell me. They laugh at me every time I ask them.
It's a test to see if you can find it, kind of like a Find Brim game.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, I've been trying and I cannot find it for the life of me. But I am going to be sending them some of the new stuff shortly. I was just waiting for the Necrosite to come out and the candy. So this way I could send them a new care package of some new stuff to hopefully utilize on set. So that's going to be really cool. I'm also in talks with other friends of mine for a couple of different television shows, one on the Food Network, another one on AMC. So keep your eyes out and your ears open, and hopefully, you'll be seeing me on some national television soon.
I could see the Food Network very, very well fitting, actually, perfectly. So that will be pretty exciting. Yeah, I know, and the other program as well. But I'd be tuning into the Food Network every day to see you cooking.
I will definitely let everybody know when that happens. If it happens, we'll be putting it out there. Like right now, it's a hush hush. I can't really talk about it, so we'll see what happens. But I'm very, very amped to hopefully be doing something with them. So fingers crossed, toes crossed, and eyes crossed, and it'll be good. What do you call it? Yeah. So that's everything in a nutshell. You definitely, since it's barbecue season, I would love for people to check us out and check out our sauces and seasoning. I know the stuff just went up on our on the Hound website, even though we've had them for a long time. We're starting to now that we have our location, to sell them directly, as well as to distributors and so forth. But if you get checking out any of our sauce and seasoning, please come to houndcomics.com and go to the store, and you can actually get a little information on all the different sauces and seasonings that we have. Everything from raspberry vodka barbecue sauce to a cherry bourbon barbecue sauce. I've got a sweet pineapple teriyaki glaze, which is called Awesome Sauce. Yeah. I've got an amazing 8-time award-winning Sweet Heat Treat, which is a sweet chili hot sauce. It has won awards in every South Sea city around the country, so I'm very, very amped up about that. It's just it's been awesome with the sauce and seasonings. I mean, everybody is really, it's opened up a broader audience to what Hound had prior, and that's a wonderful thing. And for me personally, I just I've always wanted to do such a thing. So here we are, and we've got some amazing product out there. So very, very, very excited.
And just before I let you go, I just kind of wanted to touch a little bit on any charity stuff that you got going on that you might want to mention.
Absolutely. Well, I am for those who don't know, I am the celebrity spokesperson for the Stan Lee Foundation. And for those who don't know who Stan Lee is, he's the guy who created Spider-Man and the Avengers, Hulk, and Captain America, and Fantastic Four, and all that jazz. So, hopefully, any of you out there who, know who he is and know who I am, or even if you don't know who we are, you could check out the Stan Lee Foundation online. It basically promotes literacy and visual literacy in children and young adults, which is very, very important. I'm very big on literacy and what do you call it, and creativity within children. It's very important that we get the youth to to learn this at an early age. We need creativity in our lives, and we've got to make sure to aspire to inspire is what I always say. I was actually just spotlighted on. There was a spotlight on me on NBC Cause Celeb, it's called. And I just answered a bunch of questions and talked about what was going on with some of my philanthropy on there. It's, if you haven't seen it yet, I know there's a link on my website, on my Facebook page, rather. I don't know if it's on the website yet, but it's brimstone.com, facebook.com/brimstone. And you can find the link in there. It's talking about that. It's talking about what I'm doing with the UCP. I'm going to be doing on July 20th, I believe is the date. I'm going down with a bunch of things from my friends over at Build-A-Bear, who are one of my sponsors for my children's initiative that I do across the country. but they're going to be sending me a bunch of stuffed bears and so forth for me to take over, and I'm going to be doing an appearance at the UCP, a surprise appearance for the kids there, and taking pictures and signing autographs and giving out bears and maybe some other stuff from some other people that I would like to get involved. And it's going to be a lot of fun, a great event, for me to go and do and be able to give back to the community and give back to the kids who that who aren't necessarily as fortunate as that's so that's what I'm doing with UCP. Aside from making some appearances for them for some of their upcoming events, like I said, the Taste and Toast of Town, and what do you call it then, Festival of Trees, and then I'm doing, like I said, the thing on the 20th. I'm gonna go in and visit them directly. I'm also doing with the ESG, the Empire Saber Guild. For St. Mary's Children's Hospital. They have done. They're an amazing group of people. They're one of the official Lucasfilm costuming groups, and they're very, very, very cool. They do events all over the country. The one I'm dealing with is the New York Empire Saber Guild. But so the New York guys, what they do is they go to events and they put on shows. They dress up and as Jedis and Siths, and they do epic battles for the fans to sit and watch. And then what they do is they ask for donations to help raise money for the St. Mary's Fund and for children. So we sat down together and we said, well, why not do an exclusive Brimstone card, which is a special edition. And they actually did me up. I'm a Sith, and
Nice.
You can actually get it. One, it's also the only sideways card. Everything else is vertical. This is the only horizontal card in the grouping, because they have a whole bunch of different cards. So it's an exclusive special edition. Any donation that you make towards St. Mary's Children's Hospital through them, they will give you one of the cards, and I will sign it for free when you see me. So I'm very very excited to raise any money we can for the any which funding, any which foundation, I deal with. And that's just the tip. I mean, I deal with a lot of people all over the place, whether it's from the Arthritis Foundation to candle lighters, anything I can do to get out there, I get out there, and give a hand. It's very difficult, with scheduling, but, you make it happen because it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely. I agree. Well, you've got so much going on, and we really do appreciate you taking the time to come on the show again and talk to us. I hope we get another chance in the future to talk to you when you're doing another round of media talk, and we look forward to talking to you again.
I appreciate you having me on, and I will always, as long as I have an opportunity to come on and visit you, I will always come and visit you. Thank you so much for having me on.
Welcome. Thank you.